Welcome traders to yet another educational video of Nifty Short Term View, episode number 12. As usual, currently we are looking at the daily and the hourly time frame chart. But today I would like to share with you what is happening in the weekly chart of Nifty futures. I know that today is not a weekend, today is certainly not a Friday, and this particular candle has yet not been closed. But what just I want all of you to notice that we have a wonderful hammer due to the last few days pullback which has happened in the Nifty futures. Now, is it a bottom or not? Obviously, we'll come to know with time. But since this video is more towards the short-term view of Nifty futures, I would like to analyze more of the daily and the hourly time frame. Now, if you look at the hourly time, if you look at the daily time frame chart first, what we can see is that we have a gravestone doji over here. And this gravestone doji has been made near a trend line resistance, and this trend line is holding on since many months now. You can see properly this particular trend line is holding on since almost 25th September 2020. So this is a pretty old trend line. And we can see market has almost been able to test some sort of resistance over here. We can also see that there is a Fibonacci 61.8% resistance over here. All right. So basically, this is a resistance confluence for the price. And this is the reason we saw some sort of selling pressure coming up in the last hour of trading. In the hourly time frame chart, if you look properly, we do have all the candles today, which were almost very, very small in terms of size. If you see these candles, we have few big bullish bell-toll candles over here on 22nd of December. Even on 21st of December, we have a couple of big green candles, and even on 20th. But today, all of the candles, if you see properly, were small in size. This is a sign that there was some sort of indecision regarding Nifty futures today in the market. After such a large pullback from 16,435 to almost, you can say 17,148 or 17,150, RSI has not been able to test the 70 level, which is the overbought level. Now, this is certainly not a sign of strength. This is a sign of slight weakness in the short term. If you look at the 15-minute chart, in the 15-minute chart, I could see one more thing, that we do have a sort of negative divergence. You can see prices made a higher high in intraday today, but RSI made a lower high. So we do also have a negative divergence in the 15-minute chart. Now, if you look closely at the volume today on Twitter, I had posted that the volumes are coming down and the price is going up. So this is what I was trying to point at, that all this time from 20th December to today, in last 2-3 days, when the price has rallied significantly, the volume has been coming down. If you see properly, I'll just put a trend line over here. You can see very, very clearly trend lines steadily have been coming down. All right. And the price has been going up. So this is a sign of negative divergence between the price and the volume. And this is not a very good sign for the market. Now, the question is, have we topped out for the short term? Because the trend is certainly down in the daily time frame. But in the hourly time frame, now the trend is up. So there is a dilemma in traders that whether this was just a pullback, whether we have completely bottomed out. What's happening in the market currently? And that is the reason why actually I have made this video, so all of you could understand what's happening in the market. All of you could gauge the trend of the market. So currently, if there is some sort of selling which will start tomorrow, in case if it happens, first of all, it will try to bridge this gap. You can see there is a gap over here which was created today. So this gap could be filled maybe completely or maybe partially. That could happen. But if we want to see some sort of serious selling pressure coming in the market, which could carry ahead in next few days, then I feel that we should be first closing below this particular support band. We have a very strong short-term support band between 16,950 to 16,888. So first, I think price needs to close below this support band. Just by bridging this gap, nothing is going to happen. That is why I have not highlighted this gap for all of you. This is the important resistance which needs to be broken. The important support which needs to be broken. Once we break this support and the prices close below this 16,888 and sustain below it, then probably we'll see prices going down towards maybe 16,700 levels. And then again, if we want this sell-off to continue, then we'll need to even close below this entire support band of 16,718 to 16,658 or maybe 16,650 in terms of round figures. But all this scenario will happen first of all if we close below this particular band. Until and unless we don't break the support band, there is no point of talking that we have topped out in the short term. It makes no sense, right? Just by price testing a resistance point doesn't mean that we have topped out. We need to first of all see the price action happening in the market, and then we can conclude something. And in case if the prices closes above 17,200 or 17,250, then things might change. Then probably the trend in the daily chart could turn from down to flat. So let's see, wait patiently, see how price reacts, and only then we'll be able to understand what's going on in Nifty futures. Coming to Bank Nifty, if you see properly, if you compare the price action in Bank Nifty and in Nifty futures, both of them are certainly different. The pullback has been very, very steep and has been very straight in terms of, just in last 3 days, it has been able to pull back significantly. I'm talking about Nifty futures. But if you see Bank Nifty, just by visually looking at it, you will be able to understand the pullback has not been that significant. And today itself, Bank Nifty was not able to surpass this particular gap down, which was created on 20th December. So it took resistance from this particular gap down, and also there was a Fibonacci resistance over here at 38.20% Fibonacci resistance. And even this particular candle's low was providing enough resistance for the price that it did not even close above this particular moving average, and it is still in a flat trend. Now the recent support in Bank Nifty future is between 34,923 to just give me a second, let me check the coordinates properly. Yeah, it is between 34,925 to 34,840. So first of all, the price needs to close below this particular band. Until and unless this close doesn't happen, it is not appropriate to comment anything on Bank Nifty futures. Once we close below this band, then the Bank Nifty futures will be able to test 34,428 and even below. All right. So understand one thing. Yes, we are at a resistance in Nifty futures and in Bank Nifty futures, but do not come to a conclusion that we have topped out for the short term and probably now it's time to sell again. No, it's not like that. First, we need to break some important supports. Then the price action is clearly telling you, yes, I'm ready to go down. And once prices are ready to go down and we see a fresh short-term breakdown in the market, only then it is an appropriate time to take few swing shots. All right. So I hope this educational video has helped you. Try to share it with other people, other traders who would find this very, very helpful, would understand how the market is going to move in next few days. All right. Trade wisely and trade safely. Thank you.